Hi, Amlidos here. I'm going to be showing you how to use set material and set color. So first, so you can see what's happening to me, I'm going to spawn an RT camera, and I'm going to go to PHX useful and explosive props and spawn an RT screen, and so we can see how I look. Now, I already, I already had messing around with this, so I already am using a bit of code. We're going to be starting from the beginning. Alright, so set color is the function that I'm going to start with. Inside set color, you use the RGB code. So I'm going to make myself green. So I'm going to set red to 0, blue to 0, and green to 255 because that's the max you can have. Now, I'm going to be changing myself to green, so I'm going to put the function owner in front of it, separated by a colon. So now when I spawn this, it'll make me green. And notice I don't look like a normal person. I am pretty shiny. That comes from the set material function. So again, I'm going to be setting myself to this material, and I use the set material function. And when you set a material, you're going to be putting it inside quotes. And I can find all the materials I'm going to use under the material thing under render and tools. And you just find it right here, try and memorize it, and then write it back down inside your E2 chip. I'm not sure if you can copy it. I'm going to use this real quick. Hunter /my plastic. Hunter my plastic. There. So when I paste it, I get the material my plastic. So now you know how to use that. I am going to be using models/shiny because in my experience that brings out colors the best. So now we know how to use set color and set material. I'm going to be teaching you how to use how to make yourself randomly change colors. So we're going to be using the randant function. Randant returns a whole value between the two numbers that you give it. Like I'm going to be doing 0 and 255. So when this code is run, it's going to return a random value that's whole in between 0 and 255. So I'm going to be doing this to make my colors. So randant 0 255 closing randant comma, so that red will be between 0 and 255, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other colors. Alright, so now I'll be a random color when I run this. Every time I run this, but why would you want to respawn the chip every single time? So we're going to be using the interval thing again. So I want to make myself change colors every 200 milliseconds. So every 200 milliseconds it's going to run this piece of code, all this right here, and you know, give me a random color. So now I'm changing random colors. Alright, now what if I want to change colors between three colors that I like? I'll make red, green, and blue. Alright, so I'm going to make red equal the vector 25500. So that is going to bring out red. Green will be the same thing, except 02550, and then blue is going to be 00255. So now it is going to do that. And what I want to do now is every time the code runs, it's going to select each one of them randomly. I'll use the randant function again. Or actually, yeah, I'm going to use randant. But it's not going to be like this right here. I'm going to make randant 1 and to 3 because I have 3 colors that I'm going to be using. So now I'm going to use the if statement to do this. If I'm going to create a variable which will be color equals randant 1 to 3. So if color is 1, then owner set color to red. So now if random returns value 1, then it's going to make me red. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this right here. Just so I'm putting that right there, so it'll make me shiny. Now if color is 2, then owner set color green. Now I'm going to do the same thing for blue. So now when I spawn this, oops, oh, I forgot to close the if statements on all of these. That's the curly brackets. Okay. So now when I spawn this, it's gonna cycle. It's not gonna cycle, but it's gonna randomly choose each one of those colors. So there, now you know how to cycle using the random function. And that's now I'm gonna teach you one last thing. Alright. So I'm gonna teach you the aim entity function. So I'm gonna make it so that the chip I make changes whatever I'm looking at its color. So I'm gonna erase all this and do this. If well, owner aim entity, that will return the entity of what I'm aiming at. Set color and make it blue, so 00255. So now when I look at something that's mine, I can't do this to other people's props. It will change the color to blue. So now you know the aim entity function. And that's all I have to teach you for today. This is Amlidos. I hope you learned something.